You walk into a room, a workplace, a group project, even a friend group, and within minutes you can see it. Not something catastrophically broken, something slightly off, a step that doesn't need to exist, an email chain that could have been one sentence, a delay that's become normal, a workflow everyone tolerates but no one questions. You feel it instantly, like a pebble in your shoe that no one else seems to notice. And before you even decide to, your brain starts adjusting it. Reordering, streamlining, rebuilding in your head, sometimes out loud. And that's when it happens. You don't have to fix everything, but you weren't trying to control anything. You were trying to remove friction. 1. You detect energy leaks automatically. Most people adapt to inefficiency. They shrug, they work around it. They say that's just how it is. You can't. Because when a system wastes motion, you feel it. The extra approval step, the redundant meeting, the unclear instruction that causes 3 follow-up questions. To others, it's minor. To you, it's drag. Not emotional drag, cognitive drag. Your brain is calibrated to detect energy leaks in systems. Wasted effort irritates you the way loud noise irritates others. You don't experience inefficiency as neutral. You experience it as static. 2. Friction breaks your focus. Here's what people misunderstand. You're not obsessed with perfection. You're allergic to friction. When a process is clunky, your attention splits. Part of you does the task. Part of you tracks the unnecessary steps. Part of you simulates a cleaner version. That split costs bandwidth, and bandwidth is sacred to you. So when you suggest a change, you're not criticizing. You're trying to smooth the signal. Because once the system flows, your mind does too. And until it flows, something in you won't settle. If optimization feels this natural, why does it sometimes make you seem difficult? Why do people resist what feels obvious to you? 3. You see compression potential everywhere. Where others see done, you see compressed. This meeting could be 15 minutes. This document could be 1 page. This tool could replace 3. This rule no longer serves its purpose. You instinctively look for a tighter architecture, not because you're impatient, because elegance feels correct, redundancy feels misaligned. Most people tolerate complexity once they've memorized it. You question whether it should exist at all, and once you've modeled the system, you can't unsee the inefficiencies. They glow. 4. You model before you modify. This is the part that matters. You don't randomly criticize, you simulate. If we remove this step, what happens? If we automate this, what breaks? If we restructure this flow, what improves? While others are operating inside the system, you're mapping it from above. Most people adapt to systems. You model them. And once you've modeled them, rebuilding feels inevitable. Not because you need authority, because your brain has already run the improved version. You weren't being controlling, you were resolving static no one else could hear. 5. Inefficiency feels physically uncomfortable. Some people can work inside chaos without internal disturbance. You can function there, but it grates. Unorganized instructions, unclear ownership, steps done out of sequence. Your nervous system registers it as noise, not dramatic stress, low-grade irritation. And the fastest way to remove that irritation? Correct the system, smooth the edges, clarify the roles, tighten the loop. You don't optimize for praise, you optimize for internal quiet. 6. You struggle to let it be. You've probably told yourself, it's not my responsibility, it's fine, just leave it. But once you've seen the flaw, ignoring it feels like participating in it, because now you know, and knowing creates tension. You don't need credit, you don't even need recognition, you just need the friction reduced. Most people think in tasks, you think in architecture, and architecture, once visible, demands adjustment. But here's the deeper tension. If you're always correcting, do you ever get to rest inside a system? 7. Optimization is your way of creating control over chaos. This isn't about dominance, it's about coherence. When a system runs cleanly, your mind expands. When it stutters, part of you contracts. So you refine, because refined systems free attention for higher-level thinking, and you crave higher-level thinking. Not micromanagement, not repetition, elegance. The irony, people often benefit from the changes you suggest, even if they resist them at first, because clarity compounds. 8.
You don't fix systems to be superior. You fix them to think clearly. Slow this down. You are friction sensitive. Where others see good enough, you see drag. Where others adapt, you redesign. Not because you're critical, because inefficiency competes with your cognition. Unsmoothed systems feel like static in your head, and you've learned something most haven't. Environment shapes clarity. So you tune the environment, you remove waste, you compress steps, you question defaults. The real question isn't, why can't I just leave things alone? It's this: if you can see how much energy a system is wasting, are you supposed to ignore it, or are you one of the few wired to rebuild it?